Infinite Tarot 888. This is going to be for Scorpio. Scorpio, right away. Right away, look at this. The thug. And then we have love message. Love message. So a lot of you guys, you could be dealing with somebody that getting a shit lot of readings on you. There could be psycho. No, but it's a sweet talker. Now, some of you guys, this could be somebody really close to you or somebody that wants to pop the question. Like they want you, but they want to know everything about you through tarot readings or something like whether, some are asking, really? They could be asking, what's the future with this pelado, pelón, o pelado woman, or if this is a man, this could be one too. It says, look, all in their ego. I don't know. Maybe they want to steal your destiny. They want something with you. This is a love-hate situation, and it's bad news. Look, like they're trying to beat somebody to get to you. In other words, Scorpio, there's somebody that wants you, but they want you for the weirdest reasons. I'm picking a weird. Like they want you for what you're gonna be in the future or something, Somebody could have left you from your past. It could have been one of this, relationships. You thought, oh, it's love, but it was really hate, love and hate. It was something. Maybe they thought you were full of caca, something. I don't know. Somebody, you could have got fed up with this person, okay? And look, letting you hang, no closure. This person didn't give you no closure. You could have been married to this person, or they wanted to marry you, and then they kind of pulled back, is what I'm picking up, okay? And this person, it could be a person that's finding out, oh man, Scorpio has somebody else that's coming towards them. They want to say, I love you. No, that could be it. For some of you guys, it's weird. Weird because it could be a sibling, like a sibling that wants your person. Maybe your sibling, they didn't want a particular person, and then Scorpio, you're interested in this person, and all of a sudden and it could be, I don't know, sibling or a cousin or something. They're psycho. For some of you guys, this person could have been doing mirror magic on you. They're karmic as hell. Look at this. This is a person you're going to know because they're not only are they a jackass, but they have a lot of, no strings attached relationships, but they're a fucking jackass. They probably have no credit, but they want to act like a divine feminine. This is a person you probably bump heads with. This person, you might have rejected them. And look, this is upside down. It says fairy tale. It's like, yeah, you ain't falling for this crap. So if this is a lover that wanted to come, maybe their reputation with this strings attached, they're shady, but I don't know, I'm picking up somebody that could have been doing magic. Like every person that you meet, 333, as I said, that they want your person. In other words, this is a person that's shady as hell, man or woman. If you're a man, you could be noticing this as from a friend, brother, whatever. Some of you guys, even your father. It could be a mother figure too, but this person is a backstabber. They're shady as hell, and it's like they know it. That's the thing. They know it, and they might smile in your face is what I'm picking up. But their time is up. For some of you guys, you block them. And if you're not in a particular long commitment or marriage, you're happily single. You're doing you. And look, there's 4 people in here. So this could be somebody that's not in the crew, like not in here. Maybe before you guys used to all hang, and all of a sudden this person pulled back. It could have been a conflict. And they're psycho. They want to know where you're at, what you're doing. This is a person that like I said, you already know this person. And they're having bad news. Everywhere you go, you could have met new friends, and they're pissed. Whoever they are dealing with, they could have had a like a pregnancy scare or something, you know. It could have been an alcohol. This person could have been hustling. They could have been selling algas, you know, in the corner. This could have really amplified, is what I heard. I don't know, amplified, and it could have been after a funeral. So some person could have switched up on you. If this was a person you were gonna marry, for some of you guys, this person switched up on you because you could have had a lost loved one. Somebody you really miss. You could have been in your feelings. For some of you guys, look, they could have said that you were doing illegal things or something. Because it has right here, look, workplace affair. Now, for some of you guys, this could be a law enforcement, and they could be having an affair at work or with your person, and you found out something with the legal situation, or you're gonna find out. This law enforcement, I don't know. If this law enforcement, for some of you guys, it could have been a law enforcement that caused the death, and that's gonna be found out too late, because for a lot of you guys, you could have blocked this person. This person calls you from different numbers, but look, if this is somebody with law enforcement, this could be a cycle. This could be somebody jealous, you know. They could be divorced, and you could be in this energy where you're like secure, confident boss bitch. You're all up on your career. There's something you switched up on, and it could have been, like I said, it could have been a funeral. This could have been even you dying of your old self. Your Scorpio, you transform into something different. Yeah, you missed your old self, but you know, it could have been all playing feelings, but you felt trapped. Especially if you were dealing with the law enforcement, you could have felt trapped. This fucker was, you know, he has all the needs. He was tracking you like cycle. I don't know. I pick up somebody and look, GPS. Somebody could have had GPS and everything. It's like you're trying to move on because you feel trapped, and you might have turned their back because you could have found out this. If this is a law enforcement or somebody that acted like that, they could have been like a sex addiction, and it's like my way or the highway. You weren't even. So some of you guys could be, they could be shocked. You have somebody new, and they're afraid they're going to pop the question on you. I don't know. I picked up on Jezebel, so they could have like a addiction, but you moved on. If this is somebody that, I don't know, some of you guys, Scorpios, you could have tricked this person. You could have told them, hey, you know what? I really like this person. And they were like a law enforcement. So you could have, you know, you could have deuced this person. Like you picked up on this person wanting your person. Now, this could be somebody that likes, you know, third party situations. In other words, all they do is go from, you know, home record, you know, and you picking up on this. Your illumination, your truth, discovering you're happy alone. And somebody's watching you. You might have said goodbye, vámonos a la chingada. And you're keeping it a secret. You have a twin flame. And somebody could be under pressure. They could be getting, you know, messages of love or something. You know, like if they're spying on your phone and everything, they could not be happy. They're watching. You know, this person could be holding on to memories. You could have had a family with this particular person, you know, but this is a person that is having to reflect. They're praying. Now, for some of you guys, if they did spell work, because I've been kind of going through all the zodiac signs, you know, if they did spell work, they're really hoping you don't find out. Some of you guys look around your house, you might have that, or if you could remember if they took your items, your underwear, your things like that. I don't know. So you could be in this energy, just freedom. You know your truth. You don't have to hurt somebody. Some of you guys, you know the law of karma, so you know, you could have rejected this person. This is bumping heads. You're in your energy, divine feminine, man or woman. You're not dealing with that now. For some of you guys, this person could be like in debt, or they could have left you in debt. But unfortunately, look, you're fed up with this person. I got to redo these cards. For some of you guys, you're going to have to redo your life, and you're okay with it. You're starting over. Some of you guys could have stopped drinking. You could have been dealing with somebody that that drinks. Reckless sex, you know, that was part of their side hustle. This, look, look. Scorpio, who are you dealing with? They're heartbroken because, look, they're wanting to go on cycles, and you might have said, "Vámonos a la chingada." Good thing. Good thing. All right, Scorpio, I'm gonna have to put these together. So somebody's gonna have to put their life together, because all these are all, I shuffled them. I fucked them. So somebody could be thinking like, damn, or you, for a lot of you guys, you understand, you said, you know what, I might have fucked up. You take accountability, and, you know, you take your part of a fault that you had in a relationship, and you chunk it. You said, oh, well, it didn't work, and it could have hurt you. You know, you could have been in this energy. You could have been dealing with the fire sign, and you could have said, damn, well, I fucked up. But you weren't out to hurt nobody. Karma, dharma, ending, lost, mental breakdown. And I'm telling you, somebody could have been doing spell work, but somebody from your past. But you got fed up. And some of you guys said, man, I want to move forward. You understood it was a karmic lesson. You could have lost a shitload of sleep, you know, but you're learning how to move forward, how to take accountability. You allow karma to hit somebody else, you're going to find out. It says love spell right here. And all it did, or all it's going to do for you, Scorpio, it's going to increase your spiritual gifts when it comes to all this BS love spells they did. It could have been death spells. It could have been confusion. It could have hurt, you know, could have hurt too bad. But you're turning your back on all that, and you're moving forward. You're finding, you know, happiness in a new life. Look at you, divine feminine. Oh, just putting time into your health, your mental health, healing any kind of traumas. So if this was the case where you could have told a friend or the sister, whoever it was, oh, I really like this person, and then they what do they call it? They short-stopped you, and they went with this police officer or somebody that has that authority and everything, and man, are they freaking, are they regretting it? Look, but that day, you might have understood, and you backed off. You focused on yourself, self-love, and this person's like, damn, and it's almost like you, hey, why did you go after them? So they got whatever you did, Scorpio. If this is your story, look, romance, and yes, you have somebody coming in. This is a divine masculine. Let me see, what do we got for work? You got choices. For some of you guys, look, pay attention to your spending habits. Some of you guys could want to, you know, feel too good and want to spend more than what you're making. Lucky you that you got rid of that person. Not the one that just wanted to hook up with you, but also the friend or sibling. Now they're going to try to communicate when they see you in this energy of luck. It says, this is your lucky time. Things are turning in your favor. Take advantage of the opportunities. Somebody's going to want to come in. Now, for some of you guys, communication is very important. A lot of you guys use your voice. So make sure that you take advantage of it. And whatever you're doing, because for some of you guys, your talent could be helping other people, encouraging other people. It says right here, amusement. You have natural talents that you can share with the world. What did I just say with it? It's time to make money from them while having a good time, just being you. What did I tell you? You have a choice. You could go back to the old crazy ass work that you had, being an assistant. Now, for some of you guys, you're going to be helping other people. No, do this, do that, which is badass. You're going to love it. Love what you do. And then with the charm, olvídate. Take that chance. So that's what I got for you. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anywhere in your chart. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and comment.